old stories I cannot live. That is when Swami Bua is here. Last time also I showed. See, so one of the great yogi from Pondicherry is here. Somebody is hiding in the back. That is Dr. Ananda Balayoga Bhavanani ji. He is here today. He is advisor to the government of India in Ayush department and the yoga association and different part of the different bodies at the UN, at the India government. And Andaji, please say a few words. That will be wonderful.
Namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, swagatam, buongiorno, buonasera, buonanotte, guya, more, goreida. These are all the languages that I'm picking up as I do my global prayer every day. We are into day 62 now, and so we are giving greetings in all the languages I can find. Guruji, Dileepji is phenomenal. He is phenomenal. His energy is boundless, and that is because he is not doing it for himself. He is doing it for the sake of yoga. He is doing it for the sake of humanity. And when we move our ahankar, our ego out of the way, the divine can flow through us. And when the divine flows through us, the energy will automatically be there because the divine is energy. So people say, oh, how can you do? Well, you move your ego out of the way, everything will happen on its own. When we put the ego into the equation, we get blocked. And that is the secret to Guruji Dileepji's success in keeping this flag going for so many years, 28 events like this and so many events. This is just 28 of one type of event. I have known him for so many decades, and his guru, Swami Bua, and my own beloved father and guru, Swami Geetananda, were such good friends that I grew up listening. I grew up listening to the name of Swami Bua with such reverence and love for my father. I see so many of you from all over the world, and again I get a chance to meet my dear Sasikumar sir. Nice to see you, Vanakkam. Such an inspiring example of what a human being can be. Inspiring so many countless youth. Sanjeev Tyagi ji and so many of you, you are just doing amazing service wherever you are. You see, at this time in human history, we are faced with something which has not happened so much. There have been huge pandemics, no doubt about it. There have been huge wars, no doubt about it. There have been huge catastrophes, no doubt about it. But of the unprecedented scale that we are facing today, despite all our scientific advancements, despite all our so-called knowledge, vidya, we have not been able to manage this virus. We are just waiting for it to die out on its own. I tell you, all the efforts we are making, be it vaccine, be it mask, be it social distancing, all of it sounds good in theory. But then when it comes down to the end user, we human beings do not use our brain at all. And you find people wearing masks below the nose, around the neck. We have thrown social distancing to the dogs. Even the dogs maintain better social distancing. We don't do social distancing. We are not able to learn from our own mistakes. It is said a wise man learns from other people's mistake. Well, the least we can do is learn from our mistake, because if we don't learn from our mistakes, we are not human at all. We are, as the Greek philosophers said, featherless bipeds. Basically, they call human being as chicken brain. Featherless bipeds, because chickens also on two legs, but they have feathers. Then one of the philosophers said, he said, well, he brought a plucked chicken. He said, is this a human being? They said, no, 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 we have to refine that definition. Featherless biped with flat nails. So we are featherless bipeds with flat nails. Chickens are featherless bipeds with curved nails. I say we are featherless bipeds with flat nails and thick skulls. This is where we are today as a human race. We are not learning from our mistakes. I am seeing it as a medical doctor, working with COVID patients, working with giving yoga therapy to COVID patients, working in the society. My own students are working with countless service centers. And we are not learning. Why are we not learning? Because we have stopped with the attainment of vidya, knowledge. We have not grown in that quantum leap from vidya to jnana. It is only when we as a human race will make that quantum leap from vidya to jnana, from knowledge to wisdom, will we start to see what is the best thing to do at the present moment. My mother used to define dharma as doing the right thing for the right person in the right way at the right time. All of these have to come together. Doing the right thing for the wrong person is not dharma. Doing the right thing for the right person at the wrong time is not dharma. All of the pieces of the puzzle have to come together. Doing the right thing for the right person at the right time in the right way, that is what dharma is. And we have to learn that. How will we learn it? When we move from a microscopic view to a panoramic view. The microscopic view is where we are stuck. We have not grown into the panoramic view where we start to realize that we as a human being are part of a huge chain of humanity, and the chain of humanity is only as strong as its weakest link. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and we as a link in the chain of humanity must be responsible. And responsibility is another word for dharma. We must be responsible to be a strong link and also assist others to be as strong as they can be. It is not enough if we are strong. Everyone has to be strong. It is not enough if the developed countries get the vaccine. Every person has to get the vaccine, because if it is not given to socially and economically backward parts of the world, the entire world will bear the burden in the future. And this is why we have to serve humanity without distinction, without division, without any human-made divisions. The divine has no division. The divine is one. At the level of the divinity, everything is one. Ekam Sat. Everything is one. But by the time it comes down to us human beings, the end user, we start to say, I am different than you. You are different than me. And what happens is we start to create friction. We create dichotomy. We create duality. We create division. And we don't realize when one end of the boat has a hole in it, we say, my end doesn't have the hole. Your end has the hole. The boat is going to sink with all of us. And this is why yoga, the science of unified living, the science of unified living teaches us to be responsible for ourselves. Manifest what we call Manushya Dharma, the responsibility of being human. Grow into our Daivika Dharma, the divine nature, and understand that we are all one. When we can see ourselves in others and others in ourselves, when we can realize the beautiful statement of our Guru Stotra, Madatma Sarva Bhutatma, the self in me is the self in all living beings of this cosmos. At that moment, we become one. And in that moment of oneness, we become strong, because united, we rise and arise. Divided, we fall. And this is why the message of yoga is the best message today for the world. The best message for the world, which says, be one. Because when you are one, you will not feel lonely anymore. We have to move from being alone and lonely to becoming all one, because we are all one. The same energy in you and me has been there since the time of the Big Bang. When people ask how old are you? You say, I'm as old as the Big Bang energy wise. That is the truth. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It just changes forms. We have been here for eternity. Lord Krishna tells us the self never is born, the self never dies, but it keeps on changing clothes. And those clothes make us think of division, and we say, oh, you look white, you look brown, you look black, you look green, you look blue, you look purple. No, we are one. The energy in all of us is the same. The breath in all of us is the same. The divine in all of us is the same. And when we realize that, we move into a beautiful state of Shivoham, 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 Soham, Satchitananda Swarupoham, 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 Satchitananda Swarupoham, Shivoham, 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 Soham, Shivoham, 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 Soham, Satchitananda Swarupoham, Satchit Ananda Swarupoham, Satchit Anandam Swarupoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham. As Adi Shankara says, Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham. All of this is nonsense. Why are you getting attached to it? Non-attachment to the nonsense that you are not enables you to manifest the oneness that you are. Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham. Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham. That was a spontaneous translation of Adi Shankara's Dasasloki. Hope you forgive me for my methodology or translation. I just love all of you. I love all of you because anyone who loves humanity, anyone who is serving humanity, anyone who cares for humanity, because when you can share and when you can care with unconditional love, you truly are a humane being. When you can share and care with unconditional love, you truly are a humane being. And through that humaneness, the divine starts to manifest through us. Thank you so much, Guruji, Dileepji, for manifesting this yogam. In Tamil, we say yogam means adrishtam, luck. And I often tell people, for yoga, you need yogam. To come into yoga, you need to have luck. Otherwise, you cannot come into yoga. People think, oh, I can, buy a yoga mat and become a yogi. Buying a mat makes not a yogi. Okay? Buying a yoga mat makes not a yogi. A noble human being is a yogi. So thank you for manifesting that yogic spirit for all of us. That is what humanity is about. May we all come together. May we stay together. May we sustain each other, nourish each other. And through that become that strong chain of humanity that will transcend the dukkha, the tapatraya, and move into that state of sukham and elevate that sukham for the sake of humanity, not just humanity, for all living beings in the cosmos. Then Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam will become the reality. Dhanyavadaha, mercy, grazie, thanke, shukriya, nandri, vanakkam.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Dr. Ananda Yoga Bhavani ji. I appreciate you are able to join today.